What's up, entrepreneurs? Tessa here with IdeaPros marketing team, and today we have part 2 of our entrepreneurial advice segment. So I'm excited because we had even more people that we wanted to squish in that weren't able to get it in earlier. So this is more advice from entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. And I'm going to start on this one because I already know what everyone else has submitted. So I'm going to give you a couple pieces of advice that are from my book of experience. And I've been doing this since 95. Around 95, I started to do business as my own independent, which was definitely not this would before there were websites. I was working on library websites. That's how long ago this was. But let's just say that some of my best advice is to find people that you can take along on this journey with you, not just, IdeaPros is great. You get mentors, you have people there for you, but find people that you really love to work with that can be kind of your business besties. And as most of you know, that's what I do now for female entrepreneurs. But I can tell you that this last 2 years of growth has been huge for me because I have those people that I can ask questions to, and I can be more candid with and just to talk about what's going on instead of feeling like I have to know it all. I actually have someone I can go to and ask questions of. So business besties, super important because you're along the same journey anyway. So find people who are doing this and then work with them to be able to go into more depth on and look for newer solutions to problems as a group. We use a mastermind environment to do that. But I can say that my business has grown substantially and in just that, and being able to have someone who helps you scale up. Now, IdeaPros does that for our partners. We have mentors built in, of course. So that would be one of my pieces of advice. Now, the next piece of advice is actually don't try to do it all. I know that it's so tempting because every solution is out there on the internet. You can YouTube this, you can Google that. Don't try to do it all because you don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to be doing all these things. You have to be strategic about what you put your energy into. And it's very easy to go down the shiny object syndrome path and end up doing way too much that your business doesn't actually need. I know we have a couple of people who talk about marketing plans. Odin, thank you so much for your advice. That's later in this video. All of these things, you do want to put together a plan so that you can accomplish things and you're not doing all the extra stuff. So those are my 2 pieces of advice for you guys. I'm going to let some of our contributors share their advice as well. And at the very end, if you haven't explored being an entrepreneur yet, if you're thinking about it and you have a product or an app that is in your head but not out there yet, there's a tip from Rob, who is our business development guy, and he has some great advice for if you haven't taken this leap yet. So stay tuned for that. And without further ado, I'm going to let you guys get into the video.
Hi, I'm Aziza with Robbie Co. And I want to give you all just a little bit of advice. As entrepreneurs, I know it's really difficult to keep going and to keep that fire in us when we're faced with adversity. But I was always taught that after adversity comes ease. So just know, even if you feel like you're in a tough place and things aren't necessarily going your way, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And you're going through so many changes as an entrepreneur, growing, developing your brand, becoming a better person. Just trust the process. It's all going to come together, and before you know it, your dream will be reality. So just stay in it to win it. Don't give up, and most importantly, know this is going to be a great new year. Good luck to you.
I'm Amie.
I'm Kash.
And we are partners with Fred Carey and IdeaPros. And the number one thing I've taken from the past couple years in this entrepreneur journey is to get uncomfortable. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to do things that will frustrate you. You got to do things that you have no idea how to do. Because if you don't do it, first of all, you'll never know and you'll never progress. So just get uncomfortable in all aspects of life. Get uncomfortable in your marriage. We definitely have had those moments through growth of entrepreneurship. Get uncomfortable with your relationship with yourself. Get uncomfortable with your knowledge or lack of knowledge. Just get uncomfortable. Do anything, get out of your comfort zone.
I think for 22. Going off of what my wife just said, I think for me it was just endurance, resiliency, or never giving up. Just always putting your shoulder to the wheel, pushing, and just push. Just always, just never give up on what you started. You have to finish it.
Hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. How you doing? My friend Tessa Ashford wanted me to give some advice to entrepreneurs. And I'm thinking that there's a lot of advice that I can give. I've been doing this for a lot of years. The best advice that I can give you is learn sales and marketing. And not just learn sales and marketing, but make sure that you set aside time on a regular basis to work on sales and marketing. It's the one transferable skill that you can bring to anything that you do moving forward. And the next thing I'm going to recommend is don't let perfection hold you back. Don't let a spelling mistake or lack of punctuation or not knowing how to do something hold you back. What you definitely want to be doing is you want to just be slowly pushing forward and perfecting your skills on a daily basis. I think it's said if you just get better 1% every day, at the end of the year, you're 365.25% better than you were last year. So I think that really holds up. I'd also recommend a marketing plan. Marketing plan is important, but it's not just knowing or having a marketing plan. It's the ability to implement a marketing plan. And I found that for myself, I've gotten really good at time management. So I'm going to say really learn good time management skills for yourself as a part of your marketing plan. Understand that really marketing and sales is it's a project, and there's a scope, there's a timeline, and there's a cost to everything. And so in the initial stages, you're going to probably be doing a lot of the work yourself. And then understand that you can really scale up when you're hiring people around you that know how to do what it is that you're setting out to do. There might even be better experts out there than you in that field, but you just need to know the basics so you can keep track of the people that you're working with. I'm also going to recommend always hiring a virtual assistant if you're able to hire a virtual assistant. Those really do help. And know what your strengths are. And that's a real tough one because not everyone knows what their strengths are off the top. As you, I guess, get older in the entrepreneurial field, you understand what your strengths are and you're able to work those. But also, I'm going to suggest that work on your weaknesses. Don't allow your weaknesses to be a weakness. Turn those weaknesses into a strength, and therefore you have a goal to become well-rounded as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. Just so much advice that I can share with you guys. Don't let failure hold you back. You're bound to actually have a few ups and downs in the entrepreneurial cycle. And so what you want to do is you want to just keep the course. I myself remember when I only made $300 a month, guys. $300 a month. And I had people around me that supported me and believed in me. And most of all, I believed in myself. Now, those are long gone days, but I've had a couple of cycles like that, and they really humble you. And so what I'm going to say is that just keep on picking up the phone. And that's another bit of advice I'm going to recommend to you. Pick up that phone. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, make phone calls, ask questions, ask for help. I think that's been my greatest strength in this whole process, is knowing that you have to pick up the phone and you can provide services to individuals. You can give them help and they can help you at the same time. The last bit of advice that I'm going to share with you is have an open mind of curiosity. Curiosity is going to allow you to realize that you may not be good at something now, but with time and patience and curiosity, you're going to have that open mind where you realize that we are all just like children, and we don't walk overnight. It takes a bit of time to walk as children. And so in the business world, sometimes you need to learn something and it takes a bit of time. Sometimes the time's a little longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, but be patient with yourself. And I think that's all the advice that I can share for today. And hopefully you guys are inspired to continue with your journey, whatever that may be. And definitely surround yourself with mentors, like people from IdeaPros, and all the individuals that have put their desire and will into seeing something, a vision, a goal, come to fruition. I think that's really underplayed, is having that goal. The SMART goals are really important: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timelined. So I think that's a lot for you to write down and a lot for you to take action on. And I look forward to seeing you at our next events. Take care.
Hello everyone, my name is Bhaskar Peddireddy. I'm a founder of consumer product for window treatments or coverings. My product is very cost effective compared to either traditional or temporary window blinds. Currently working on final leg of this product, and I'm very glad to be partnered with IdeaPros and working with all the smart people there. Well, entrepreneur journey is painful and not an easy one. There will be many hurdles and speed bumps, but partner with IdeaPros made this journey less painful, and they helped me every step of the way to reach this far, closer to launching my product. Good luck you all, and happy holidays.
Hi folks, my name is Larry Stevens and I'm a partner with IdeaPros. I'm about to launch Alathea, an API that can integrate into any social media app to confirm identity between strangers to prevent scams, bots, and misinformation. My advice to other entrepreneurs, and I'm sure this is not that original, is that the development of any startup requires much more time and money than you can imagine. Keep your day job as long as you can. Start with much more money than you consider necessary. Start raising capital from other sources as early as you can. The worst thing that can happen is to run out of capital before your business starts making money.
Thank you all for contributing to today's show and to last week's show, which had more advice in it. So if you haven't checked out last week's, that was part 1 that has Fred advice as well as quite a few of our entrepreneurs. But we just really appreciate you guys being here on Fridays on Facebook and YouTube to join us live and also catching the replays. Really appreciate all of you. And if you did want to contribute to the advice that we are taking here on these shows, you can actually still submit your video and we can pop those up into social media for you on our feed. So you can go to ideapros.com/submit to contribute even after this show is all done. So thank you guys. But before you leave, I am going to, as promised in the beginning of this video, have a video from Rob Frechette, who is one of our business development guys, actually our head business development guy. And he has some great advice for you if you haven't taken that leap yet and you're thinking about creating an app or a product. And I really appreciate his expertise. He's been helping people to do this, to get their business going. People like Vanessa, who has in her hand Zwizzy, which is sanitation wipes that have a mitt that protects your hand. It's amazing. You guys should go check out part 1 so you can see that. And Pocket Rocket, who has launched their caffeine product similar to like a 5-hour energy, but way cleaner, way healthier. And Bingo Tuglas, who has their training collar for dogs that does all the work for you, so you don't have to discipline the dog. It just, when they pull, it disciplines, it recorrects the dog's actions. All of these products and many apps have gone to market, and Rob is part of the reason why that happens. So I just have to give props to Rob for helping people to make their dreams come true. He's going to talk a little bit right now about how you can, what questions you should ask yourself before you get into this journey. And then we'll see you guys all in the new year live again, starting next Friday. Bye, guys.
How you doing? My name is Rob Frechette, and I'm the Director of Business Development here at IdeaPros. If you're thinking of doing this, I'd like to ask you a few questions. What are you prepared to sacrifice? What are you prepared to invest? Do you have years? Do you have stable enough family situation where they will support you through the ups and downs? What are your habits? What do you think can hold you back? Are you willing to fully invest your entire personhood into an endeavor that could take several years to become successful? If the answer is yes, then we can have more of a discussion. Entrepreneurship takes all of your heart, mind, and spirit. You have to be prepared to move mountains. You have to have enough capital set aside to get started and capital set aside to launch. It's a big investment. But if you're really serious, it's possible to take your idea from where you are now to a launch. So give me a call.